you're in debt, listen up, because our next guest figured out how to crush $300,000 of her own debt in just 3 years.
She is now on a mission to teach you at home how to do it. Please give a warm welcome to Bernadette Joy. Bernadette.
All right.
We are so excited about having you on our show. Look at those numbers. $300,000 in debt. You paid it off in just 3 years. How did you do it?
I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but what I will say is when I look back in hindsight on how I crushed $300,000 of debt in 3 years, it actually spells out the word crush, and that is what I teach people. So the 5 steps of crush are simple and easy, and anyone can do it. So the C in crush stands for cultivating a positive mindset towards money, because sometimes money feels a little bit blah, right? R stands for reverse engineer your goal. So take that big, huge goal and put it into smaller chunks so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. U stands for using your resources efficiently. So how do you use your time and energy without getting tired over the long haul of this journey? S is my favorite, which is spending on what you love. So you don't have to cut out everything in order to pay off debt. You can still enjoy your life. And last but not least, hustle, 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 which is how you can make all sorts of different income so that you can pay off your debt faster and feel less stressed about money.
So you're going to do a little test for our money smarts. What are we doing?
I made a little debt crushing game for you two, and I'm going to read some multiple choice questions related to money. And the first person to shout out their money buzz phrase and wave their paddle gets to answer. So, Kit, your buzz phrase is going to be Cash Kahuna Kit.
Cash Kahuna
And Mario,
Cash
Kahuna Kit.
Nice,
And Mario, you're going to be Money Magic Mario.
Oh, does that mean I have to strip?
Take it off.
Money magic.
Yes.
Okay.
Bernadette
Well,
blush.
there's no pressure for that. That's what you really want to do, sure. But
Okay.
we're going to go ahead and get started. Are you guys ready?
You're ready.
Okay.
All right. So first question, true or false? You should save money before you pay off debt.
Money magic Mario.
Yeah.
False. False.
So the answer is true. You have to think about your situation. So what I mean by that is that you should actually save at least 30 days worth of expenses before you pay off debt. So not necessarily, but if you have a situation where you're constantly finding yourself in debt, you want to save some money first so you have a bit of a cushion and then go and pay off debt. And I recommend to do that in a high yield savings account so you can get a little bit of interest while you're saving money. So number 2, how should you start paying off debt? How should you start chipping off that debt? A, start by paying the highest balance. B, start by paying the highest interest. Or C, start by paying the lowest balance.
Money magic Mario.
It's Kahuna.
Okay, I say B. Start by paying the highest interest. Again?
Yeah.
I was going to say pay the lowest balance as you save, but that might be a want too.
You're right, Kit.
Oh!
You're right.
There's a gap.
The reason that I say to start out with the lowest balance is because some people have debt. Like for me, I had $72,000 of student loan debt. If I started with the highest balance, I would have gotten really sick and tired of it pretty quickly and I would have quit altogether. So what I ask people to do is start thinking about their lowest balance first so they can get some quick wins and then move on to the next debts. And it's not about doing it as fast as possible. It's about staying on track.
Great
Does that
job
make sense?
paying off your student loans, Bernadette. That's awesome. Okay.
Here's number 3. All right. What should you do if you have money left over in your budget? A, save it. B, put it towards debt. Or C, spend it.
Kahuna. Okay, if you have money left
Kahuna.
over,
Go ahead,
I was
go
going
ahead.
to say get on a trip. I think put it towards your debt.
Yeah. We could have guessed from the game that was the answer. But what I'll say is that a lot of us were taught that when you have money left over, you should go and squirrel it away in savings. But if you have debt, and particularly a lot of it, that debt can be canceling out any of the benefit of having those savings. And so you want to be able to start off with your debt in your budget, then work out the rest of your expenses. And if you have any money left over, put it towards the debt and you'll get the debt down paid much faster.
Well, of course.
Does that make sense?
It doesn't make any sense if you were to save it and you still owe.
And that actually goes into our next question. True or false? You should cut out all unnecessary spending until your debt is paid off.
False. Kahuna and Big Wig Mario Magic Mike.
I say, I would because I feel too guilty.
Kahuna Kid is right. False.
Oh my
right?
God.
So Mario, don't worry. So here's what I say about cutting out unnecessary spending. To me, that's very similar to going on a diet and saying you're cutting out all of your favorite foods immediately. How likely are you going to stay sticking to that diet, right? So what I love about my methodology is that I encourage people to spend a little bit on something that still matters to them to keep them excited about it. So an example that I have is the $1 rule, and it's pretty simple. If you're buying something and the price equals to $1 per use, then you can consider buying it. But if it doesn't, then you want to rethink whether or not you really want to buy that right now. So as an example, my dress here was $20. I bought it even though I was paying down debt because I knew I'd wear it at least 20 times. And I still get to look cute and pay off my debt.
There you go.
I like that.
And there's no price tag in looking cute.
Exactly, Bernadette.
All right. Last question. There's your chance to redeem yourself. All right, let's go.
Okay.
How often should you look at your budget
Magic Mario.
while paying debt? Guys.
Well, okay. Personally, I would look at, I'm going to tell you the answer. Personally, I would look at it every day, but you're going to say once a week because then you're going to see it's too much pressure every day. So that you need once a week or be more realistic. Am I right? Now I know how you think, Bernadette.
You're right. A lot of people, when they're paying down debt, they feel so much pressure. And so sometimes you can go overboard and look at it every day, but then that gets really nerve-wracking. So what I ask people to do is start out at the beginning of the month with your budget and plan out all of your expenses and all of your income at the beginning of the month. And then every week, just check in on it for 15 minutes or so just to see if you're on track. And just remember that a budget is not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be a guideline and to help you keep excited.
Bernadette, great advice, especially for everybody going through everything we're going through right now, not to be overwhelmed and to chip away.
Solid.
Really good tips for everybody. Thank you so much.
And from now on, I'm letting Hoover manage my finances. Excuse me. You can check out more fun debt-free tips on Bernadette's Instagram.
And up next, our budget series continues with a little high-low wine tasting. Somebody tells me you might win it this way.
Hey, that's right. That's true.
Thanks, Bernadette.